So do you want to turn your coins into cash or learn to be a coin seller yourself, just like a coin dealer? Well, I'm going to give you step-by-step guide exactly what you need to do, the steps you need to follow, what you need to buy so that you can become a successful coin seller. My name is Daniel and you're watching Coin Help You. Thanks for watching my latest video. I am a coin dealer. I started out from nothing, even though I bought and sold all my life, did different things in flea markets. But I had literally started from nothing to start this coin shop in 2017. I was more of a help community person. I had my help community. I had my website. I had an app on Google Play. But I wanted to be a full-time coin dealer with a brick and mortar shop. And I can tell you how to get started from scratch. So watch this video. I do want to show everyone portsmouthcoinshop.com. This is my retail website that I started back in 2017 so that I could sell coins online. And it's been pretty successful now. I do attribute my success in this small town, to selling in Facebook groups and then my YouTube channel, because you got to build up customer base. But anyway, that's what I did. I learned to do WooCommerce, the platform. There's Shopify, probably recommended Shopify to anybody. And there's my help community that I've had for a long time. Here's my Mint Error app that I started in 2017. And then I have, Coin Value app, PhotoGrading app. And I started this help community to help people because I was selling online. I was doing part-time stuff. I worked a regular job and I did part-time. So I've been doing this part-time from 2000 all the way up to 2009. From 2009 to now, I've been full-time, self-employed. I did work for 2 years while I went back to school for computers. I wanted to learn a little bit about computers, but it wasn't about learning websites and things. It was learning just computers in general. But other than that, I've been self-employed since 2009. Now, I know to some people this is going to be overwhelming, but I can make this really simple. If you already have coins, the best thing to do is to learn how to use BIN, buy it now, sold listings at eBay to find out how much those coins have sold for. And I know I've always talked about this isn't about buy the book only video. This is also other things I'm going to talk about, but you should have a 2026 Mega Red Book or just a Mega Red Book for whatever year you're watching this video. Also, you want an A&A photo grade. And also, there is silver and gold bullion over on Whitman. They're buying and selling. It's the books. They're by Jeff Garrett, who also helps write the Red Book and puts together the Red Book stuff, or the values and information. I can show you those. Here's the grading standards. If you want the Mega Book, the Mega Red Book, it also has some photo grade in it. And these are just, small investments to make. I mean, yes, you might spend a few $100s on some supplies. You want a good jeweler's loupe, a 10x loupe. You don't want a magnifier. Also, don't expect to sell your pocket change. You don't want to start off like that. I know there's some coins that are worth some money that you can find in pocket change. There's some die cracks and die chips and like the cut on the woman's quarter. Things like that can sell for more money. But the thing is, you want to focus on trying to build a customer base, not turn people away from you where you're just trying to list change that looks different. The silver book that I was talking about, these are really good too, by the way, and there's a gold one too. And let's see here. Here's the gold one. And then here's the silver one. And I have a copy. And I can tell you right now, this book has specifications, actual gold weight for all silver coins, world coins, and all that. So that's important to note. Now, if you are, if you already have your coins, you can join a Facebook group. You can join eBay. You want a decent camera, but you can just get a point and shoot camera or use your phone. And if you use your phone, don't hold it. Put it on some books. Use the AI feature if it has it to help focus the lighting and all that. And make sure you crop your images. But if you join a really good Facebook group, you can sell your coins. The problem is you do need to know if your coins are clean or scratched. You need to describe them properly. And that goes with experience. That's why I recommend the books. I do have some videos on clean coins and things like that. But it is going to be an issue if you start listing coins on a Facebook group or anywhere and you don't describe them as clean when they're clean. It's not something you want to, worry about as far as learning, because it's not that difficult to learn. But if you're in doubt, just say, look, this coin potentially cleaned. Look at the pictures. If you need more pictures, I'll provide them. Just be very kosher about it. Be willing to do that. Don't get offended. Don't get upset. Don't come into this with an attitude, because if you start doing that and get upset at admins who tell you, hey, I think your coin's clean, or I think your coin's, counterfeit, then you're just going to ruin your entire attempt at trying to become a coin seller or maybe even a successful coin dealer. So I think, in my opinion, what I would start out as is use common coins that you have, silver eagles, rounds, and things like that. And I do recommend, putting $700-800 in a Sigma so you can test them. I mean, if you're going to sell coins, you might as well get some tools. And I know that's a lot of money, but save up some money or do some financing. There's all kinds of ways that you can use, maybe even PayPal, where you can pay later, or you can use a firm or something like that online to buy things like this, your equipment, so that you can invest in your business. You have to do that. But anyway, what I'm saying is, so you got your loupe and your books, and let's say you got your Sigma, and you already have some coins. And you can put those coins up and you can sell like silver eagles and maybe some quarters and things like that, and get you some feedback build up in the group, Facebook group, or over on eBay. Now, I do recommend having a website like Shopify. If you don't know anything about, configuring plugins and things like that, then Shopify is going to be your best bet. And like I said, it is an investment in your business, but you need to be able to have a little bit of money to do it. But let's say you don't have any money whatsoever, but you got some coins to sell. Well, you want to make sure they're silver or they're gold or they're authentic. So the best thing for you to do, and what my opinion would be, is to take them to a dealer and let them appraise them. Say, look, I want to try to sell these on my own, but I'll pay you for an appraisal. I'm willing to do that. I'd just like to know what to sell them for. They might give you an appraisal based off of that. If they won't, go to another dealer until you find someone who will. So if you don't have coins, I don't recommend buying from auctions or just going around and just buying coins up. The best way to do it is to buy from a wholesale dealer at a show or a wholesale dealer that you can get connected with. Join the Coin Dealers Helping Coin Dealers, which is a roundtable Facebook group. If you can join that, that'd be good. You got to know some people, though, a little bit, so you got to get some recommendations to get in the group. But the thing of it is that it's worth it if you can get in the group. It's a little less than $1,000 a year, and you will learn so much in that group. And you can buy wholesale from some dealers. But really, I think the best way of doing it, and this is how I started out, I started a Google business profile. So I had a business name. And it could be Daniel Rare Coins. It doesn't really matter. Then you put your phone number up, and people will call you, and you can buy coins locally from people. You can meet them at the library, meet them at a bank, or wherever they'll allow you to meet, even at maybe at your own antique booth, because that's another thing you can do to sell. But anyway, you can meet them at a place that's public if you want and buy their coins from them. You got to be careful going to people's homes anymore. I mean, you can do that, but you want to make sure that you know a little bit about it. And it's not a bad part of town. People think you're bringing cash. You don't want to use cash, bring cash. You want to write checks. You don't want to put yourself in a bad position because it just depends on where you're from. But I did it. I survived. I was able to do it. I also started selling some coins at an antique booth. I've got a little booth that I had. You can sell at different booths. You can actually get you a couple little cases and sell at different booths and do your rounds that way. And sell at flea markets and things like that. That's how I did. That's how I started out. It's how I cut my teeth. But you've got to start somewhere. But being online and having a Facebook group to sell in, a really good, reputable Facebook group, and you learning how to sell your coins, if the people in that group, the members and the admins, they'll help you out. They'll tell you if your coins are clean, that you should put cleaned on it. Just go ahead and put cleaned on it. I mean, it's not about making all the money. It's about getting started in this business. It's good to have business cards. You want to put business cards in your packages as well, because you're trying to build a customer base. When you're on eBay and you want to build feedback, I think I've already mentioned this. You want to sell common coins, sell as many as you can. Sell 20 silver eagles. That'll give you 20 positive feedbacks. It's a safe bet to do that because you don't have to worry about someone complaining about it being clean or complaining that it's not what you said. It's just a silver eagle. Might have a minor tick, contact mark or maybe a little milk spot or something. You can describe it that way, but you're going to have happy customers and you're going to build your feedback. And, obviously ask for Google reviews so people can, put reviews on your Google account. Also, you can have reviews on your website if you have Shopify. Now, definitely join local coin club. And it doesn't hurt if there's a small show that you got to travel maybe 2 hours to or an hour to. It doesn't really matter. Get a table. Get a table and a little case. You can buy cases online. It's easy to buy coin cases. That's nothing. I buy aluminum coin cases. They have them on eBay. You can buy them off Amazon. And just put your coins in there with a little price on them. Get you some 2x2s. Get you a flat clinch stapler. All that stuff you can buy off JP's Corners, Wizard Coin Supply, eBay, the places that I buy things. You can buy your bubble mailers in bulk. You can buy your tape in bulk. You can buy labels. You print labels. Get your computer with a printer and all that. I mean, you can have this little setup and be able to successfully sell coins. And above all, the thing is, you got to be honest and knowledgeable. You're trying to learn here. Don't get frustrated. Don't get upset if someone, tells you something about your coins that you don't want to hear. And starting out, if you think you want to try to grade some of your coins to see if you get more money out of them, try ANACS, Annex. You don't have to have a membership. It's the cheapest grading service, and it is a really good grading service. Once you cut your teeth and start learning a little bit about it, you can move into PCGS, get a membership, or NGC. That's fine, or CACG. You can do it that way. ICG is another one. They're independent. Don't expect to get the same amount out of an Annex coin as an ICG coin as you do a PCGS coin or NGC coin, but you're not trying to do it that way. You're trying to learn. Cut your teeth. You're trying to learn this. Give yourself a little while. Give yourself a year or two. You'll start building into this, and you'll start getting your own little niche and methods and things that you're doing. People start looking at you and thinking, man, that's an honest guy. I know if I buy something off him, it's going to be what it is. And they'll word of mouth will get around. And like I said, you're going to have your cards in there. You're going to have your Google listing. You're going to have some feedback build up. You're going to have a website. Wouldn't hurt to have a YouTube channel and that do some videos and put the videos on your Shopify so people can watch them when they visit your retail site. Tell people that you got better deals on your retail site on your card. Say, look, check us out here and you'll save 10% or whatever because I don't have to pay eBay fees. You want a PayPal account. You can also use other payment gateways. We use PayPal here. That's for our credit cards and for people who just want to do PayPal. But you can use anything you want or use all of them. You can use Stripe. There's all kinds of different ways of doing it. But what I'm going to do is I will have a transcript of this in my description of this video. And I recommend anyone to go down into the description of this video. You can print off, copy and paste this video transcript. It'll be step by step, the things that you can do, the things that you need. And I know some people are like, well, I don't have any coins, but I want to sell coins. You're going to need, a few $1,000s to actually get started. I recommend, I don't know, 5 to 15,000, really the more, the better. But if you can get around $10,000, you could start off in this business and start selling coins. Like I said, you want to sell single coins to get started. I think that's the best bet. That's what I did. I'd buy proof sets, the silver proof sets. You could sell the Franklin half and a dime. I would cut them out, and I would do it that way too sometimes if it was really nice, that kind of thing. You can do it that way if you want to. You can buy a roll of Washington quarters and, sell it like that. I used to sell them by the dates, like the 30s and 40s, and put them in lots. I did a little bit of everything, just to get started, just to test the waters. And if you got a good little point and shoot camera or you got a really good phone, you're in there. You can do it. So anyways, thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.